Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about international leadership, navigating the global business landscape. Today we'll explore the growing importance of international leadership in a globalized world. Companies like Domino's Pizza, under leaders like Mike Schlatter, have successfully navigated cultural, political, and economic challenges to thrive internationally. Key takeaways. International leadership requires adaptability and a deep understanding of cultural nuances, as highlighted by frameworks like Hofstede and Globe. Businesses expand internationally for growth and competition, but face challenges such as cultural differences, supply chain issues, and political barriers like Brexit. Understanding cultural stereotypes, leadership styles, and strategies for global expansion is critical for success. Domino's is a good example as they tackled global hurdles from sourcing ingredients to adapting to cultural quirks and leverage local expertise to dominate international markets. This shows the importance of leadership in managing cross-cultural teams and navigating global challenges. By the end of this chapter, you'll be equipped with tools to lead effectively across borders and tackle the complexities of globalization. Today we'll focus on the growing significance of international leadership driven by globalization. Globalization is reshaping how businesses operate, making international leadership a critical skill. Even small companies now compete globally, and trade barriers are lowering through agreements like the WTO. Key drivers: lowering trade barriers, foreign direct investment, and the internet. Lowering trade barriers such as tariffs are being reduced, creating a global marketplace for goods and services. Foreign direct investment. Both developed and emerging markets like China, Brazil, and India are attracting significant global investments, driving competition. The internet. Companies can reach new global customers leveraging e-commerce and enhanced business models. Some real-world implications. An example of this can be seen in Russian entrepreneur Dmitry Dvornikov as he expanded internationally via eBay but faces challenges due to geopolitical tensions. Companies need to embrace these trends to remain competitive in the global arena. By the end of this section, you'll understand how these forces shape international leadership and why mastering cross-border collaboration is essential for success. Key takeaways. International leadership requires adaptability and a deep understanding of cultural nuances, as highlighted by frameworks like Hofstede and Globe. Businesses expand internationally for growth and competition, but face challenges such as cultural differences, supply chain issues, and political barriers like Brexit. Understanding cultural stereotypes, leadership styles, and strategies for global expansion is critical for success. An example of this can be seen as Domino tackled global hurdles from sourcing ingredients to adapting to cultural quirks and leveraged local expertise to dominate international markets. This shows the importance of leadership in managing cross-cultural teams and navigating global challenges. By the end of this chapter, you'll be equipped with tools to lead effectively across borders and tackle the complexities of globalization. Understanding culture is vital for global leadership. Hofstede defines culture as the collective programming of the mind, shaping how people behave and interact. His framework, built from surveying IBM employees, identifies key cultural dimensions that leaders can use to navigate cross-cultural environments effectively. Power distance reflects societal views on hierarchy and authority. In high power distance cultures like India or Brazil, leaders should emphasize authority and clear instructions. In low power distance societies like Canada or the US, collaborative decision making is more effective. Individualism highlights personal versus group success. Leaders should reward individuals in high individualism cultures, but group rewards are better in collectivist societies. Low individualism has a focus on group harmony, rewards distributed equally. An example of this can be seen in China and Mexico. Uncertainty avoidance affects risk tolerance. Leaders in high avoidance cultures must provide structure, while flexibility works in low avoidance culture. Masculinity highlights societal priorities. Work and success dominate in masculine cultures, while balance and quality of life are emphasized in feminine ones. Understanding Hofstede's dimensions helps leaders navigate cultural differences, ensuring effective leadership in global contexts. High masculinity means there's a focus on earnings, advancement, and competition, as you can see in the US and Japan. And low masculinity means an emphasis on work-life balance, quality of life, and gender equality, which you can see in Sweden and Spain. Understanding cultural stereotyping is vital to prevent misunderstandings. Stereotyping assumes uniformity within cultures, but cultural paradoxes, when reality doesn't align with expectations, challenge these assumptions. For instance, Japanese leaders may appear autocratic, but often make decisions by consensus. Leaders must approach cross-cultural scenarios with flexibility and openness to nuance. Social institutions like social stratification, education, and religion significantly influence behaviors in the workplace. Leaders must account for these alongside cultural dimensions, like Hofstede's model, to navigate cross-national differences effectively. For example, education accessibility can affect work attitudes and gender equality perceptions, while religious practices shape workplace norms and expectations. Leaders should combine Hofstede's cultural insights with an understanding of social institutions for comprehensive international leadership. The GLOBE framework provides a modern and detailed approach to understanding cultural differences in leadership. It groups countries into clusters with shared cultural traits, which simplifies adaptation for leaders. For example, in the Anglo cluster, the US, UK, and Canada, participative and charismatic leadership styles are highly valued, while in the Middle East cluster, autonomous and self-protective styles are more effective due to high uncertainty avoidance and collectivism. Notably, the framework also highlights universal leadership traits, such as being trustworthy and communicative, which are positively regarded across all clusters. Leaders should leverage these universal traits while tailoring their approach to the cultural preferences of each cluster. For instance, in Confucian Asia, building relationships through humane orientation is vital, while in Nordic Europe, participative leadership is critical for success. This structured understanding helps leaders prepare for cross-national engagements, avoiding missteps like assuming that Western approaches to decision-making and interaction will resonate globally. When preparing for cross-cultural assignments, the main goal is to develop cultural intelligence, or CQ, the ability to lead and function effectively in diverse settings. This involves building 4 key dimensions: cognitive, knowledge; metacognitive, adaptability; motivational, engagement; and behavioral, practical actions. Training can be low rigor, such as lectures and case studies, which are cost-effective but limited in practical application, or high rigor, like immersive simulations, which provide deeper learning but are more resource-intensive. Timing matters. Pre-departure training held 3 to 5 weeks before the assignment helps reduce anxiety and build readiness. Post-arrival training, done 8 to 12 weeks after arrival, reinforces learning through real-world experiences. Both are essential for long-term success. It's not enough to just teach about cultural differences. Training must emphasize how to adapt behaviors in culturally appropriate ways, blending theory with practice. This ensures leaders are equipped to navigate the complexities of global operations effectively. So make sure you focus on adapting behaviors to cultural nuances and integrate training with actual work tasks for better application. There are 3 main strategies for expanding into international markets: global, regional, and local. Global strategy. Companies use this approach when they assume markets are homogeneous worldwide. It focuses on standardization to reduce costs and achieve economies of scale. For instance, Ford's global electrification strategy uses the same platform for multiple vehicle types to meet global demands efficiently. Regional strategy. This strategy adapts to regional differences, striking a balance between local customization and broader coordination. Toyota exemplifies this by tailoring its vehicle designs to address regional variations, such as higher fuel efficiency for Europe. Local strategy. A highly customized approach tailored to specific countries' cultural and market needs. McDonald's India avoids beef and pork products, offering alternatives like paneer burgers to align with local preferences. Key consideration. Many companies adopt hybrid strategies, combining elements of global, regional, and local approaches based on specific operational needs. For instance, marketing might be localized, while production remains standardized. Ask yourself, how do these strategies align with the company's goal and the markets they enter? Why go international? Companies seek internationalization to tap into global markets and achieve sustainable competitive advantages. E-commerce is a driving force behind this trend, with significant growth in recent years. Emerging markets are especially attractive due to their expanding middle class and rising incomes, offering lucrative opportunities for businesses. How to go international. Exporting is an accessible entry point for companies to test international waters without significant upfront investment. Licensing and franchising, on the other hand, allow firms to expand more extensively, offering established brands or business models while generating steady royalty income. However, companies must balance the benefits with the risks, such as potential loss of control or creating competition through local partners. How to go international. Strategic alliances are ideal for sharing risks and gaining local market insights, especially in emerging markets. However, they require strong collaboration to avoid conflicts. For companies seeking full control, FDI offers direct access to foreign markets, but comes with higher costs and exposure to political risks. Leaders must evaluate the resources and long-term goals when choosing the best entry strategy. An example of this can be seen with BMW as they build SUVs in South Carolina to serve U.S. markets. International leadership presents unique challenges due to the diverse cultural, political, and economic contexts in which leaders operate. These challenges demand strategic thinking and a high level of adaptability. Key challenges: cultural differences. Leaders often face miscommunications stemming from language barriers, differing values, and contrasting communication styles. Adapting leadership styles. Navigating varying culture expectations of authority and decision-making can be complex. Building trust. Trust building varies significantly between high context, relationship-focused, and low context, task-focused cultures. Legal and regulatory compliance. Leaders must ensure compliance with foreign laws, tax systems, and labor regulations. Managing remote teams. Maintaining productivity and cohesion in geographically dispersed teams requires intentional effort. Resistance to change. Employees in other countries may resist organizational changes due to local norms or unfamiliarity with the parent company's practice. Strategies to overcome challenges. 1. Cultural training. Cross-cultural training programs can enhance cultural intelligence among leaders and employees. Inclusive leadership. Leaders can adapt their styles to respect and leverage cultural differences. Communication. Prioritizing clear and respectful communication, including the use of local languages where possible, can mitigate misunderstandings. Local expertise. Partnering with local leaders and experts help bridge knowledge gaps and build trust. Flexible policies. Developing adaptable policies ensures alignment with company values while respecting local contexts. Team building. Organizing team-building activities that celebrate diversity and unify team goals can foster cohesion. The future of international leadership. Effective international leadership requires adaptability, cultural intelligence, and strategic collaboration. Challenges should be viewed as opportunities for growth and innovation rather than obstacles. Students should consider how these lessons can inform their future leadership roles.